So I bought an elf on the shelf for my 5-year-old. I thought it would be a fun way to get him to behave. We sat down and read the book that came with our elf on the shelf, and I quickly followed up with,
Now remember, Anton will report to Santa every night to tell him what you've been up to and whether you have been good or bad, so make sure to be good.
Anton was the name that he came up with for our elf on the shelf. This worked for a while until one day my 5-year-old took a pair of scissors to the couch and then proceeded to cut all the curtains to shreds. He tried to say it was Anton, but of course I knew better. I quickly reminded him that Anton works for Santa and will be letting Santa know about this and how you blamed Anton. The next day, upon returning home from work, I spotted Anton in the dumpster, and that's when I came up with a brilliant idea, an evil, horrible, brilliant idea. I grabbed Anton and hid him in my work bag. Later, after dinner, I asked my 5-year-old,
Have you found Anton yet today?
No, not yet, Dad.
Well, I hope he didn't get lost coming home.
My son timidly agreed. "10 minutes to bed and almost time to set the trap. I'm almost exploding with anticipation. I asked my 5-year-old to look for Anton before bed, for which he faked looking for a short while before giving up and finally going to bed. As soon as I knew he was sleeping, I quickly snipped a couple stitches and pulled out my Sharpie. Thankfully, my son is a heavy sleeper, because the amount of times the floodgates broke and a maniacal bit of laughter would quickly seep out would surely wake any normal person. Everything was ready. The trap had been set. This felt like my very own Christmas before Christmas. I felt like a child on Christmas Eve, antsy at the thought of tomorrow morning's grand harvest. 8:13 a.m. I awake to a blood-curdling scream as my son, like a dog trying to run on a hardwood floor, sends his toes flying before slipping, sliding, and ultimately falling in the hallway. He is on his way to me.
Dad, Anton is trying to kill me.
I can hardly contain myself and let out a short snicker.
It's the truth, Dad. He wants to kill me for throwing him away. Come see.
After toying with him a bit longer, I finally agreed to go see Anton. Anton, who looked rough, beat up, and now had angry eyebrows, was holding a sign saying,
You tried to get rid of me, now I'll get rid of you.
My son is now 17 years old, 6 feet 4 inches, built like a linebacker, and still completely and utterly terrified of Christmas elves.